So, I had to break this shit down like fucking. I don't even know how to even explain this shit. Because most of this shit was happening to me spiritually, and the shit sound crazy. But I understand. Confirmation. So, anyways, this shit crazy. There's some good and there's some bad in everybody and everyone, right? We all have darkness. We have to heal and transmute within ourselves. That's how we get to our divine partners. Now, I know who my false twin flame is. My kid's father. My twin's father. Todd. He is my false twin flame. Had the potential of being divine masculine. Just will not heal and will not tell the truth to save that fucking life. His soul. Okay? This was so fucking confusing. Now I understand why God was like, want me to be patient, do my due diligence, because, boy, whew, it's been a lot, too much going the fuck on. I told y'all why the shutdown happened, right? I had woke up, and that pissed him off that I woke up to my abilities. And I was with my false twin flame, which I thought was really my twin flame. And I was still pretty much kind of thinking that, like, but it's like, whatever. And then, of course, the confusion with flight boss talking about spaceships and whatnot, and Foster Ebayy with his fake ass. I know who fucking caused most of the chaos confusion out of the people that I sent my green print to. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go and look at the previous videos. I told people I'm still deciphering. I was going to post a video, but I was like, let me hold on to this video. You know what I mean? I got to see some more, because for one, when that bullshit started happening after I ordered them yoni pearls from someone that Young Pharaoh was promoting, that's when a lot of the bullshit started happening. You know, it was like, I was already awakening, but I was not ready to step into it. So that year was a year I started, to really step into my divinity and be aware of what spirituality was and how it was religious, beliefs are dogma, right? So now I'm starting to understand, because it's been so much karmic bitches ain't got shit better to fucking do but to be running around causing some bullshit. And these bitch ass niggas with these motherfucking Jezebel ass spirits, Foster Ebayy, what you try from now is, you had to steal my green print and try to do some trifling shit with your shape shifting ass. But I'm gonna get to that. So I'm trying to get the basics, the bottom line, the foundation. Okay? Because this shit been going in too many motherfucking circles of insanity for fucking me. And the Virgo in me and all the fucking elements in me is just, I'm trying to figure this shit out. It ain't easy. I make it look easy, but it's not easy. But I'm glad that I can swallow my pride and say I'm apologized. And I'm going to set the record fucking straight. They don't want me to say this. Fuck y'all and fuck off. So, young Pharaoh was set up. And I've said this before. I felt it. And I quite literally was embarrassed because I was like, damn, why would he do all this shit to me and my children? Why? I was like, fucking why? And in the midst of confusion, me not understanding that who I was with at the time and who I had to leave was a karmic relationship, and they are fucking hard to leave. They're very toxic. It's like 555. Change, hella fucking change. I was fucking tortured by my karmic masculine. He couldn't keep his dick in his fucking pants. And my ex-husband, he's a fucking, obviously he's a karmic too. And whoever else that I had been in a relationship was a karmic, except for, I may have had maybe one or two potential, like, really fucking great relationships, but I was not healed. I was willing to heal, just didn't know how to heal. And we all been there. And we all still figuring this shit out, right? New level, new devil. We still gonna learn. So, karmic masculine, Toddy. Exes. All the exes karmic, except for maybe the one or two good ones that I did come across. Bam, there's the karmics. Young Pharaoh karmics, who he had been dealing with, period. All of them. I'm trying to figure out what the fuck is so grand and great the fuck about me that these motherfuckers cannot leave me alone, that these motherfuckers want me to fail, that these motherfuckers want me to go crazy. They want me to lose my shit. Physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and on a soul level. They didn't know my spiritual ranking. I was becoming into my spiritual awakening, but my spiritual awakening was like really, it was strong as fuck. I was quite literally doing the queen thing. Hey, either you here for peace or you not. Communicating with other entities, when I could rest, I got good rest, and this is and that, etc. You know what I'm saying? That was the spiritual part about it. Foster Ebayy. I'm trying to figure out, did I come across Foster Ebayy before? Dolo? Because this shit started, what year did it start? That's what we're going to point out the fact as well. This shit started in 2017. 2016. I believe it was 2016. So, young Pharaoh said he stopped, or he was, doing real good 2011. Where was I at 2011? Wow, that's fucking crazy. I was actually divorcing my ex-husband and realizing that me and his tie together was holding me back from having a greater relationship. And etc. That's crazy. Um, so those are some timelines. I've had too much shit going on, and then the karmic, he had hella fucking shit going on in the background, living double lives that I ain't fucking know about. Was not honest about, was not truthful about, and typically on the down low, which we know a lot of people that are materialistic and they want the fame and they want that all that, them motherfuckers is on the down low. I ain't know. But you start to put shit together, especially when you catch an STD that pertains to someone being more than sexually promiscuous with same sex, or just some nasty motherfucker or nasty motherfuckers, but blaming me for shit that when I was fucking faithful. The fuck? So I have to keep on pointing out those facts. Because I know I take accountability for all the shit that I do and have done or whatever and expose it. So, bam. I'm trying to remember, did Foster Ebayy have a Facebook? So, fuck whatever. I know most of this shit was on YouTube. I was doing a lot of Facebook work. I was doing a lot of exposing everything on Facebook. The only one that really had access to my Facebook was my so-called family and friends in Dolo. So while that's going on in the background, um, Foster Ebayy and friends were doing the most. And freeing people and being a fucking troublemaker, as he called it in his recent videos for the past 3 months that he been back. Now all of a sudden he done disappeared, and now he doing children videos. So watch that nigga, because he been shape shifting, and he's been caught shifting on live. And I have to I don't know, find a way to fucking do a video on it or give y'all a link. But he does have a channel now that has a red background with the letter E on it. And it's called, what the fuck is it called? I just had the video. Eyes Wide Open, with all the words together. It's called Eyes Wide Open. Okay. Now, he was sending blims to me through YouTube. Dolo was sending blims to me through YouTube. And I didn't understand that. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with these motherfuckers? Like, they just hateful. Just mean as fuck. The hell? And then I know, with the interaction when I ordered them yoni pearls from, somebody that Pharaoh was promoting, I was just like, nah, I don't even, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was being me. I was like, no, that is not something I'm going to go around, or, the vibe felt wrong, and it just was not right. And eventually it definitely became like that, especially when I started getting into it with my baby daddy and started seeing them fucking little gray beings in my camera. And I want to say this is about 2017, after my daughter was born. And it was, I want to say, between August and October. I know it was hot as fuck. So it was definitely throughout the summertime. We had strawberry moon, blood moon, big as fuck, giant as hell. All these fucking planetary alignments. So all that shit was going on. A lot of fucking shit. Motherfucking demons and bodies and bodies and demons. I was just the only motherfucker trying to keep the peace. And there was times where I lost my fucking temper. People that had, access to my Facebook. I was like, "What the fuck is going on?" And I just started expressing myself because I had to suppress myself for fucking all my life. And when I started finally expressing myself and telling people what I was really going through, how I went through molestation and shit with my foster sister and other things, and shit I've already expressed on fucking YouTube now, and Facebook. You know what I mean? She was saying sorry for the abuse. She wasn't saying sorry for the sexual assault. The molestation. It was just like the fucking abuse is extreme. I had suffered from that shit from, a lot of different relationships, personal relationships, friendships, fucking, partnerships or whatever. So, all this shit happened. I'm going through my motherfucking dark night of the soul. Looking like crackhead, like, what the fuck is going on? Going through awakening is not easy. It wasn't the easiest shit. Because then, all this shit was going on. God was like, leave. God was like, fucking leave, go. Not knowing that all these stupid motherfuckers are gonna be tracking my ass down. All these whole group of motherfuckers. And yes, y'all do have to pay your karma debt just as much as I do. I'm just glad. Confirmation, false to Ebayy. Yeah, when my nose is just confirmation, bitch. And ain't nobody talking about me. So, going through all that shit, and then 2020 hit. I just, I try to make it work with the nigga, but it's just like every time. And he was like, what the fuck this? What? He's like, what did you do? What did I do? Every time I see that fucking that white bat or the white owl, they take me. And I was like, what the fuck you mean they take you? Nigga, you must be doing some. He was doing fucked up shit. He know he was beating my ass. He know he was fucking being mean as fuck to my children. Lying to his children. Wouldn't pick up the fucking phone. I paid for a new car for him. I paid for his children to go shopping. At the time, way back then, years ago, I was stealing clothes for their children. His children that was fucking grown. Alright? Giving them rides. Being, stepmom. You know what I mean? And then he's sitting up here telling fucking 100 million fucking lies per hour talking to me. He told me my pussy was stinking. He told me my fucking pussy was bad. It didn't taste right. And Well, if you wasn't out there doing what the fuck you was doing, I wouldn't have no problem. So I had to cut the shit. No matter what the fuck I felt. I'm just being real, just being fucking honest. And that's all I can be. I started figuring out these motherfuckers are trying to kill me. And my children. Motherfuckers being seen at the window with guns and shit. And I'm like, who the fuck? And then I'm thinking on my end, like, what the fuck is going on? Because anybody else at that time was out of my fucking, my fucking, whatever, when I was in a relationship with my ex. So, mind you, I fucked around with Marty too, and I ended up getting the same fucking nasty ass disease. And I was just like, what the fuck is wrong with these niggas? Like, real shit. I could not fuck with none of y'all. I had to fucking leave. All of y'all. Had no problem doing it, my children didn't either. My children seemed plain and clear as fucking day what the fuck was going on. They are very fucking intelligent. They are very fucking smart. They are very fucking aware. And he and me and my children would sit down and have spiritual conversations, me and my ex. But after, it was a lot of shit going on between and before I left him. The fucking doctors tried to kill my babies and take them out of me. And, he still denies the fact that he's the dad. And I don't know how and whatever they said, on the blood test that he not the daddy. And I don't believe that shit. And then the other nigga that came up disappeared. He missing and actually don't want to give no blood mark. Because these niggas been caught. They try to kill me for insurance and because they didn't want to pay child support. Like, come on now, y'all some fuck ass niggas. Oh, but that's what I was gonna say. But okay, what's going on with me? I was trying to figure that shit out. I'm like, I told him, I said, do not try to start no motherfucking spiritual war with fucking Nice and Raw and nobody the fuck else. Don't do that shit. We got enough shit going on. What the fuck is going on right here? He's like, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. I said, don't do that. Totally. I was meditating. He would get pissed off because I was meditating. I was ignoring his ass and not being violent. Like, I swallowed gum. I levitated. I fucking, like the fucking Beyonce and shit. Fucking did that shit. And I'm just saying, like, what brought me fucking peace, he did not fucking want for me. And I had a fucking nerve buckle. I had a fucking nerve. Of all the family tricks and trades and everything. But what I was going to say is, what this shit was going on in the background, it's like, ain't no motherfucking telling what Golden Beauty ass is sitting up there fucking telling Pharaoh what was going on. And what I know through tarot, what she was fucking saying and telling Pharaoh that I was doing black magic. Why the fuck would I be doing black magic? The worst thing that I fucking did was do a fucking love spell to attract love to me. And it did. It attracted love to me. But the love rejected me and chose to do what the fuck it wanted to do and still live an unhappy life. Okay? Ex. Twins dad. And other exes. So, I pretty much have figured this shit out. Golden Beauty, which I had no motherfucking idea, no clue of who the fuck she was, or any of his other fucking baby mamas, any of his fucking concubines. I didn't know these bitches. I've heard, when I did used to watch Pharaoh, I heard babies in the background, whatever. And I think that's when he stayed in an apartment. I think that's when he was in New York or something. I watched him way back then. And then after that bullshit with the Yoni Pearls, I was just like, fuck, because I didn't ever get my order. And I did try to reach out to him and say, hey, what the fuck is going on? But, that's where I put it. My charger. Where the fuck I put my charger? I need to have it before I get out the car. But, she sitting up there telling me, Pharaoh, I'm doing black magic when I just got into anything. Like I said, I did a spell to attract love to me, but she didn't work. And then, of course, you can't go against nobody's free will. That is considered black magic, right? So I stopped that shit. And I was just like, why? And then it's like, oh, that's black magic? Oh, fuck it then, because I can't get down like that. Shit. Fuck that shit. It's not my energy to do no demonic, nothing, none of that shit. So I'm glad I did start, making videos and shit, because obviously I was being heard. Okay? So, you talking about motherfucking, that Alien versus Predator, when the fucking Predator, the aliens was running up the pyramid and shit, and the motherfucker was all the way, you know what I'm saying, and fucking shit up. That's the kind of scenario that I was going through at the fucking time. And then I ended up coming across Ralph Smart and self-love, self-care, and, before that though, I came across some narcissist shit, and I ended up coming across him, and I was just like, oh fuck, like, and I reached out to him, and he made a video in reply to what I had asked him. I think and I wasn't aware that you can telepathically, I was becoming aware, and I knew I had gifts, you know what I'm saying? But I think he just felt it energetically or whatever, right? But I sent him the message, regardless of the fact. And I started doing my self-love, self-care, and all that shit, and motherfuckers hated me even more. I started cutting motherfuckers out and off, resources to my money, my life, my energy. Motherfuckers was mad because they was thriving off my energy, off my shit. So it got to the point where it got so fucking dangerous. I had to flee from California to as y'all know, Georgia, right? So not knowing who Golden Beauty was to be Miss Love, Miss Love to be Golden Beauty, that helped me understand black magic and how you can be tracked. And then people in authority abusing their authority. And I keep saying it. I kept saying it too. I was like, these motherfuckers is fucking with my fucking everything. All my personal information, my cars, my everything, all my information. I'm like, what the fuck? So yeah. And I just like literally watched a video of young Pharaoh and how he was talking to Tasha K about shit. And I was just like, what the fuck? Like, it's giving me downloads of what the fuck was really happening and going on. So that's why I will defend him on like, hey, he was fucking poisonous. I felt that shit. And I know a lot of y'all is like, oh, well, how do you know that? Keep watching, keep listening. And get there, and then these children came up missing out of foster care. Well, oldest children's, my ex-husband's first cousin's children came up missing. December 21st, 2020, they came up missing. In between all this time, it's a whole lot of shit. They tried to kill my babies, so I left my twins' dad at his people place because he would not stop fucking harassing me there. He would not stop picking at my son. He would not stop fucking with me. And I'm like, God damn it, y'all. Like, fuck. From my understanding, I had a fucking miscarriage. But I felt like God had control of it because, now that I look back, and I have looked back at this before, and I've expressed this before, there was no way that the babies were supposed to survive. There was no fucking way. So, I left his ass. And then, before I left his ass there, before I had to go to the hospital, he fucking walks off and say, fuck it. And then he told his uncle, I fucking left him. Like, bitch, quit lying. And remember, your uncle even told you that God's gonna cleanse this planet and fill it up all the way to the fucking moon. Think about that shit. Remember that shit. Remember what was said. And moon has to do with emotion. Water. Water demon. Wonder who the fucking water demon was. Not really. Just being hella fucking sarcastic. But anyways. So it ain't no telling what the motherfucking them bitches was cooking up in the background for us. I'm concerned. I ain't had no motherfucking clue that my divine masculine knew who the fuck I was. I didn't know who the fuck he was. And all this other shit was going on in the background. I ain't fucking know. I just knew God was like, move, move, move. And every time, move, 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 I'll be alright till them bitches find me. Like the Hancock story, for real. It's like all my fucking past lovers came back to fucking tear my fucking, try to kill, pillage, plunder, and fucking destroy my fucking life, my whole soul being. That's why I had to go into fucking hermit mode the way I did. And I had to do it with children. So bitches ain't got no fucking excuses about shit. If you can't cook, clean, and motherfucking after you have a C-section and fucking training your children to fucking defend themselves spiritually and fucking on a physical level and all this shit, like, bitch, you're weak. You're just weak. You ain't gonna do what you did to me in the past lifetime. Just know that. I don't know if, God made it very clear. But bitch is gonna keep on trying, right? New level, new devil. I'm not the motherfucking one to fuck with. I'm an earth angel. Anybody can get it. So, I'm trying to figure all this other shit out from what these motherfuckers been plotting and planning and trying to sacrifice me like they can get my motherfucking gifts and all this shit. And my divine masculine mad at me because he never even tried to have a conversation with me about something that he assumed because, hell, I didn't even fucking know. Had I known who my divine masculine was, this could have worked out a whole lot different, but things happen for a reason. We are not in control of everything. And God is. Okay, God is a woman, and I believe that he was expressing that God is a woman. He really believed and thought that, Golden Beauty was his divine feminine because this is what he was told. And whatever cycle year they went to go see, they both were in cahoots and lied to this man and set this man up the long way. And that's a ghetto ass term for really fucking somebody over. Oh, that's where Foster Ebayy comes in. Cause I'm like, who? And they did music together, and then Foster Ebayy tried to make it seem like it was fucking Pharaoh, but he is going through a fucking awakening right now. Guarantee you that. So the fuck am I, obviously, from having to spill the beans on this shit, recorrect and reiterate all kind of shit that's going on. So, what, I ended up being attracted to fucking flight bottles. That shit didn't work. It was too much shit going on. I was like, fuck.